And is that everything?
I want to make one thing clear. I'm a crack shot, and I was very deliberate in making sure I did not hit anyone when the gun was fired.
You're saying you did fire the gun?
It was an error in judgment, and I think that's enough. My mother made a voluntary statement. If you're planning on taking her in, you better have a probable cause for an arrest since you have no warrant.
You are her daughter?
And an attorney at law. Officer Jenkins, is it? I admire your professionalism here. I will be golfing with Colonel Hawthorne tomorrow.
You know Colonel Elon Hawthorne?
We're close friends, and even have family ties. I'll be sure to tell him all about how the police treated my family this evening.
Doesn't look like there's anything here chargeable. Thanks for speaking with me. I'll just head back to the station and write up the incident report, sir. Good afternoon, class. So hopefully you enjoyed my audition piece. It is for a show that is entitled Beyond the Gates on, I believe it's CBS and Paramount Plus. Fingers crossed. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. So there's a lot of remembering when it comes to just remembering your lines, remembering where you're placed in a scene, you know, making use of your space and where you're standing. It's a lot of remembering and just memory retention in general. And I find myself constantly at times just going over and over and over my lines. Hearing and listening to one another is essential in an audition or scene because you have to not only hear your scene partner, but actively and carefully listen to what the objective is within the scene. Comprehensive listening, listening to understand, reading between the lines, reading between the subtext, no pun intended on the reading between the lines, but whatever. Responding, there's a lot of responding and not always using verbal responses, but responses such as facial expressions, eye contact, body language, gestures such as hand gestures or posture, you know, straightening your posture or being a little slumped over. All of those are nonverbal responses. Critical listening, depending on the objective within the scene, one actor or the other may be listening to solve a problem that may require immediate attention within the scene. External obstacles. External obstacles is something that it's like my kryptonite. For example, airplanes, helicopters, and I live in downtown LA, and I live in between an alley, and sometimes even with my windows closed, I can still hear a lot of foot traffic. I can still hear car sounds, and sometimes that, you know, that throws me off, and I find myself selective listening to where it's like I'm in the scene and I'm listening, but because that noise that's going on outside or in the background that I can't help, you know, my subconscious hears, I can't help but to, you know, get thrown off. So it does sometimes causes me to kind of like selectively listen when I have external obstacles. Empathetic listening. There may be elements of empathetic listening in a scene, offering emotional support depending on the dialogue and the objective within the scene. There's a movie that came out back in 2004 called The Notebook. That movie alone is filled with empathetic listening. Gosh, I'm at 3 minutes. Okay, so there's so many more levels of listening and just different types of listening and comprehension when it comes to, you know, a scene. I'm hoping that everyone enjoyed this presentation. I'm hoping that everyone enjoyed my audition. Professor's amazing. You all are amazing. I hope everyone aces this class. I hope everyone has an amazing summer. God bless.